Welcome to Doak Campbell Stadium, and you might as well get used to the sound you're hearing. The Seminole war chant is going full throat. There's nothing quite like a great rivalry matchup in college football. The bitterness, the intensity, the lifetime of memories that will come as a result of what we're about to see in this one. As we'll see the number 3 team in the country, the Miami Hurricanes, taking on a squad hoping to prevent another L this week, the Florida State Seminoles. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. The Canes will get us started with the opening kickoff. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So the Florida State Seminoles offense will have the first possession of the game. The flash, the style, the swagger, these two really define an era of great college football, and it's always fun to see them square off.
So well put, Reese. I mean, 2 flashy programs, and when they're rocking, they're rocking. The state of Florida's rocking. Everybody's wanting to go to Miami and Florida State. This is a big one.
Yeah, and David, you and I can appreciate this because we were playing back in the day when these 2 programs really had it rolling, when they had so much NFL talent and speed on the field, it seemed like each and every year. And this was a game that always seemed to determine the national championship picture at the end of the year.
When Bobby Bowden built this program, high-flying offenses, great quarterback play, innovation, and that's what they hope they'll see on display today.
Yeah, and it was year after year, man. He found so many elite athletes, such good recruiting in the state of Florida, and when the Seminoles get those guys, man, those teams fly.
One back in the backfield, and they'll give it to him. Nice, solid form tackle from this sophomore. When you think of the significance of these 2 programs in the history of college football, remarkable that they've only been playing since 1951.
It's crazy because there's so many games you can pull out of your brain, Reese, and I'm sure because you were born then when this rivalry started, that so many games that were so important that had such big implications, Jesse.
Yeah, it seems like over the course of 3 decades, right? The 80s, the 90s, the 2000s, every time these 2 teams played, Miami and Florida State, we were talking about how it would impact the national championship picture. This really has been one of the better rivalries in the sport, even though it's really not that old.
Quick strike complete. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short. That was a really nice catch and an even better run after the grab.
Yeah, and get the ball to your playmaker. What's good about having him in the slot is he can go either direction. You can get him matched up on somebody that's not as fast, and you watch, he can run away from those linebackers or safeties.
The Seminoles have it with a 1st and 10.
You know, this is a running back who wants the ball, and he wants the offense to run through him. Really nice job there on the 3rd down of this opening drive for his offense. I can't wait to see what kind of game this guy's going to have.
Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. They are controlling the ball. 9th play of the drive. The sure hands, it's Lucas. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup.
Great job by the quarterback thrown against zone coverage. You cannot telegraph where you're throwing the football. You cannot eyeball wide receivers. So great job by the quarterback using his eyes, not staring down his guy, and then throwing him open.
Didn't have anything working and just had to throw it away on 3rd down. And on 4th down, they'll try to put 3 on the board. And this one splits the uprights. And with that, they break the seal on the scoring. It's 3-0. So after putting 3 on the board, the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away. Fielded in the end zone, it's Washington. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So Miami's offense will try to get something going with their first possession. One way to mitigate the explosive capabilities he has on the outside is be physical with him, and this dude will do that.
He will do that, and you don't see a lot of offenses take the top off this D because of this guy roaming around in the middle of the field. He is a true center fielder, so this receiver's going to have to make plays.
I just does such a great job of getting guys on the ground. A lot of people are in position, but he makes plays. So him versus a dynamic wide receiver on the outside will be a great matchup.
Try to get the edge with a quick touch pass. Still on his feet at the 40. And chunk plays are the name of the game, and they get one here before the defense finally makes the stop. This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. Makes one man miss. In a series that's been defined by close games, the last meeting was not that as the Kings blew them away.
They jumped out all over the Noles early in that game. They kind of established that rhythm and swagger. And, David, you know, when this team gets the swag and they start feeling themselves, it's ball game. It's over.
When they get it going and the talent they have, they always have upper-end talent on their teams. It's just, can they meet that talent? Can they exceed it sometimes, occasionally? They were up for Florida State a year ago. Let's see if Florida State can return the favor.
And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made. The give to the tailback. And he's got enough space. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Canes! That running back just had a caravan of blockers to take him into the end zone.
There's not very many times at home, Reese, where I'm going to say that everybody watching on their couch could have scored on that play. This is one of them.
Getting set for the point after. And the extra point makes it 7-3. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And he finished off the drive with a 30-yard scoring scamper. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. Always good to get points on a drive, David, but chip shot field goals can leave you a little empty.
And I think it's great to get points, but the great teams get touchdowns in the red area. You got to get out there this time and execute a little better on this drive.
You're absolutely right, David. Generally, the best red zone offenses are the ones that run the ball the best. So let's see if they can be a little bit more physical on this one.
And they try the middle of this defense, and that is not happening. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Looking for a man. It's Glenn. They're setting up the screen. They finally get him stopped, but what a good job by that front wall to set up the screen and create some lanes for their running back. They cross midfield at the 45 with a 1st and 10. Bulls his way forward. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a 1st down. The Seminoles come to the line with a new set of downs. He's looking to throw it. And that one's incomplete.
That's a throw the QB would like to have back. He just has to do a better job giving his receiver a chance to make a catch.
Got it behind the line. It's Williams. Just a solid stop by this sophomore. They're within field goal range at the 29. Let's see if they can pick up a few or the 1st down on 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the big fella. They've got it just outside the red zone. They'll move the chains. It's at the 21. They got the big fellas out there. A 3 tight end look on 1st and 10. He wants to throw. No, he should have had that one right in his hands, and he couldn't hang on. Typically, he makes that play. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, a great job in coverage on the back end by the defense. You just got to finish the play. That should have been a pick.
Off the play fake. Throws toward the end zone. And that ball was in harm's way, and he is lucky to get that one back. They were on the move, but 2 straight incompletions had them staring at 3rd and 10. From the gun, wants to pass. Finds his man. It's Hill. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down.
Number 64 on the field goal.
We've reached the end of the quarter, and Miami is on top. Guys, let's have a look at the stats as we've played one period. They'll line up for the field goal try as we start the second quarter. Just drives it between the uprights. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Top 15 teams colliding today with major ramifications across the college football landscape. Boston College will need to mount a comeback, but these fans remember when Zay Flowers earned All-America honors. They know this game is not over. They're trailing by 10 to Clemson. We've got our eye on things here and everything else going on right now, and any updates, you'll see them here, guys.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. After that last completion, it's second down. He's looking to throw. He lobs one high down the left side. And it's caught inside the 15. The stop is made, but this offense is threatening first and goal from the 9.
Really nice timing on that throw. Quarterback had to hold it, allow his receiver to work his route, but he threw it at the perfect moment so that he was able to make the catch inbounds right on the sideline.
And that big gainer on the last one has them ready to go from inside the 10. They'll run it on first and goal. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Hurricanes! Did not take long to get into the end zone. Now let's see if this gets this offense to hit overdrive.
And we may have a situation here. We might have points, and more points. You keep putting drives together like that quickly, chewing up that much yardage, defenses are going to have to get something figured out.
And the PAT makes it 14-6. Quick strike offense on that three-play scoring drive. And what a way to finish it with a 9-yard touchdown run. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. David, they couldn't pay off that last drive with a touchdown.
Now, they moved the ball down the field and executed like they wanted to until they stalled out and had to settle for a field goal.
I think if you want to take the next step, too, here and score a touchdown, you got to start finding more creative ways to get your best players the ball. Let's see if they can do that here.
And he's brought down at the 40-yard line, and that'll be a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Trying to make that rush think on the draw play here. A confident, tough, efficient run gets it up to the 44. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Looking downfield, it's Glenn. He's got his man. And they'll bring him down, but not before he picks up the first down. And the Seminoles are rolling down the field. They'll go to the ground. They knock him down right there.
You got to have that defense you know you can go to in running situations. Your base defense where you say, okay, this is where I'm going to start, and I'm going to stop the run, stuff it up front. My guys play big up front. And if I need to add some blitzes to it later on down the road, I can. But great job of the base defense making it play.
Let's see what they do here on 3rd and short from the 41. Looking to throw. Safe completion on the screen. On the move at the 30. They make the stop, but not before the screen has hit them for a first down and much more. Really good execution by this offense. And the Noles come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking to go up top on first down. Good timing on the quick out. They make the stop, but the sweet throwing catch is plenty to give them a first down. The Noles have pushed it inside the 20. In the red area, it's Lucas. Going to work on second down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Red pass, it's complete. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
And offenses nowadays, they're really just counting numbers. How many guys do you have out wide? How many guys do I have out wide? If I have enough guys to block your guys, boom, it's just built into the offense. Pitch, catch, let me get a few yards.
Trying to get to it. Just had to get rid of that one to save the yardage on third down. So here comes the field goal unit. They've been doing work today. They've already made a couple. And he'll boot one from the right hash. He ought to be able to navigate that angle from this distance. Splits the uprights. It's good. So they were able to put up a 3 spot on that last drive, and now the kickoff team out there as they prepare to put boot to leather. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. Boy, David, they would love to stack another touchdown on top of that last drive.
And this offense did such a good job on the last drive. Everything in rhythm, moved the ball down the field, didn't make those mistakes, Jesse, and they need to do it again on this one.
Yeah, you're right. They had the defense on their heels. You wonder what sort of communication was going on that sideline. What sort of changes were they able to make, because they got to stop the bleeding right now.
Couldn't find anybody to throw to. He'll just toss it away. It'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. A little too much on that one, just out of his reach. Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on third down. Throws to the back. On target. Nice pickup there. Gets him the first down and sets him up at the 45-yard line. New set of downs after that completion. Makes the grab. It's Arroyo. And he laid the lumber to stop him from getting the first down. Still some work to do after that last completion at second down. Deep shot for the end zone. And a penalty flag comes in as that one falls incomplete, but this is going to be a positive play for the offense and defense with pass interference coming.
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. He simply can't do it, and the referee's called.
They go to the ground. They'll wrestle him down just short of the first down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. They'll go right back to it. The tackle is made, but he's got it first and goal from the 6. So close to cashing it in for this offense. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and we'll see if the offense can build on this lead before the break. The Hurricanes trying to pay off the threat on first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Miami!
Wow, this offense, they have a lot of faith in this running back, knowing if they get down in this area of the field, he can get it done and he can answer the bell. 2 rushing touchdowns already for this offense.
Lining up to add another. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive.
Miami, 21. Florida State, 9.
And he's going to bring it out. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out at the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. Running out of time here in the first half, and they do have a chance to make this a one-possession game.
And so you got to locate your best players and get them the football on this drive. You're down in the game. There's obviously a lot of football left, David, but on this drive, in this 2-minute situation, best players got to touch the ball.
And this could get into pressing mode, right? Like you go into the half, down a couple of scores, it starts to, the pressure really mounts. Good opportunity to take some of that pressure off, get some momentum, energize this squad going into halftime.
IndyCar tempo as they head to the line for this third down play. Clock running. To the air. It's Glenn. Throws to the wideout. Wide open downfield. And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play. There's a timeout call as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. Looking to move it through the air. Unloads to the wideout. Incomplete. He had it right in his hands for the pick, and I believe he might have been thinking about those big plays he's known for. Instead, it'll be second down. Catch in the middle. It's screen.
And a really nice job by the wide receiver. You run a drag route, find space. They're in zone coverage. They're not covering man-to-man. Find a little hole. Look at that QB. Y'all get on the same page. You could tell they were, and that's why they got the first down.
Looking left. He's got it. Putting together a real scoring threat here as they pick up the first down at the 36. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. And the Seminoles have it with a 1st and 10. He's going to pass. Throws to the tight end. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. After they couldn't connect, it's 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. Trying to beat the D deep. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be 3rd down. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Quarterback can't pull the trigger, and down he goes at the 41. The defense uses their 2nd timeout of the half as they try to get their act together. The Seminoles will call on their punt team. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. And that is textbook instructional video. Out of bounds right around the goal line. They are shaking the rafters of this place, trying to help their defense. Looking deep down the right side. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. They've got him penned deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. Just a 1-yard gain leaves them with 3rd and 9. That's the end of the 2nd quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
Guys, between the coaches who have matched wits in this game and the players and the unforgettable moments, Miami, Florida State is must-see TV, and today is no different. And we've got to start our halftime breakdown with this superstar running back. His elusiveness, his raw power. This young man is the total package. And his ability to catch the ball out of the backfield is a differentiator. A lot of guys can hit the hole. This kid can hit the hole and hit the home run in the passing game. With that, let's throw it back to the guys to see how the battle between Miami and Florida State plays out.
All right, Kevin, about ready to start the 2nd half here. The Seminoles will kick it away first, and we'll start the 2nd half. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. If it's working, why change it? And that running game was working in the first half. I imagine we'll see a lot more of it here in the 3rd quarter.
And you just know the offensive line was telling their coordinator, put this on us. Let us continue to go out there, push these guys around. We can put this game on our back and end this thing by running the ball.
And this is a manhood question for this defense. Like, as a defensive lineman, and you're pounding the rock, like, I got to physically rise to this challenge. This defense has to play more inspired and more physical in the 2nd half.
I love this linebacker because he's able to dissect what's happening in front of him, and he reacts downhill, uses his speed to get to the line of scrimmage and create the negative play.
Got it set up on the outside. They finally get him stopped, but what a good job by that front wall to set up the screen and create some lanes for their running back. They'll snap this one from the 30 on 1st and 10. They'll try the run. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Man, what a spectacular play by that defensive end to come up with the tackle there.
And you see those guys get off the football so fast. Most of these guys are 250 to 275 pounds, but they get off the ball fast and low. And the offensive linemen, they have no chance to stop those guys as quick and as fast as they are.
Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on third down. Snagged in the middle. It's Arroyo. He gets it so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short.
It's a really nice job in coverage defensively there because that tight end, he wasn't really even open. Quarterback just still tried to put it on him and give him an opportunity, but great tackle, short of the stick, setting up fourth down.
Try to get it on the ground. Works his way to the 41, and that is plenty to give him a first down.
I think we're going to see more and more of this in college football. It used to be that if it was 4th and inches and you're on your own side of the field, you automatically punt. But I like that play call there. With their offensive line and their ability to run the football, just go out and get it and keep the drive alive.
Just gets rid of the football, nobody to throw it to. It'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. And that pass is intercepted. Just a small return, but a big play as they have it now at the 45.
That's a bit of a gut punch if you're the offense because you went in at halftime, you made your adjustments, you're feeling good about your game plan coming here in the second half, and right away you throw an interception to the defense.
Grabbed behind the line. It's Hill. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. Line getting set on second down. Holds and fires complete to the right. And is slipped out. He's got the ball, and he'll try to pick up a few.
That is a nice break for the offense. Man, those are plays that you don't think about down the road, but those are turnovers. If they just bounce a little bit in the direction of the defense, you're so jacked up. You create momentum, juice. It could change the game. That's a great break for the offense.
Leaves it with the back. They'll put the brakes on him at the 21, give him a yard. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Williams. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. The Seminoles are in the red zone. They want to throw it. And the rush will get to him at the 25.
They were trying to set up the screen. They were trying to take advantage of this pass rush, but man, that defender, he beat his guy so quickly, he just blew the play up.
It's good. He could have hit a string right in the middle of the uprights there. They'll kick it away after putting up a field goal on that last drive. Returner will field it and try to get some field position. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. After that last pick, David, they really need to take care of the ball this time.
No doubt. And Palmer, I want to know what Spurrier said to you on the sideline after a pick.
Do that again, and you'll be right here beside me for the rest of the game. You got to go out. You got to call your plays, and I hope this coaching staff isn't going to be afraid to throw it this route.
It'll be 1st and 10 from the 30. They'll run it. Nice move to keep running.
I know it's sexy to throw the football, but if you can pound it away and get these kind of gains, they will just add up, wear the defense down, get first downs, and ultimately get some points.
Got it in the middle. It's Horton. There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give them a first down. And the Hurricanes come to the line with a new set of downs. Now the quarterback changing the original play call. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground.
When you're a defense, it is stop the run first. That is your first responsibility. It makes the whole game easy. And right now, they got it going on the ground. The defense is going to change something up. These little tiny dink and dunk, dink and dunk. You keep doing this, they'll go all the way down the field on you, so you might want to get a little bit more aggressive.
And the Canes will send out the punt unit. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin him deep.
He could go off. Oh, man, really? Coughing it up? Looked like he was going to do some damage, take that thing back to the house, and instead he coughs it up and gives it to the other team.
A great spot to start this drive for the offense. Give to the running back. Nice move to stay on his feet. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Caught in the backfield, it's Horton. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker.
In defense, you have to have great eyes. You have to have good vision on the quarterback to be able to see it. You could tell he's throwing the football right now. Watch the defense react, come up, get the wide receiver on the ground. He goes nowhere.
Well, on third and short and field goal range, they dial up the pass play. Quarterback was trying to get through his progressions. There was just simply nobody open. Couldn't make an accurate enough throw. Ball falls incomplete. Now setting up a big decision here on fourth down.
On fourth down, they'll run it, looking for the first. Defense is there to make the stop, but he's got the first down, and they'll have it first and goal at the 6. As they get set to snap it, just about to touchdown, Canes! And they'll put that scoreboard operator to work and put 6 on the board. They've extended the lead and taken control here in Week 9. The Hurricanes continue to gain strength, and they have built a lead on the Knolls.
I think that speed from Miami is really starting to show itself here in the football game, and it just doesn't look like Florida State at this point, David, can keep up with all of that athleticism.
Speed and swag. They got it going now. They got the confidence going, and when Miami gets the confidence going, it is tough to beat. Florida State's going to have to make something happen and make it happen fast.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown.
Number 94, set to kick off.
From a couple of yards deep, he'll bring it out. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. First play of this drive comes from the 14-yard line. They'll leave it with him. And they'll drag him down. That's likely the last play of the third quarter. We've reached the end of the quarter, and Miami is on top. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. Second down here as they go back to work after the break. Defense trying to keep this offense from getting a line on who to block. That pass is incomplete.
And that's just the kind of game it's been for this quarterback in this offense. You got a great game plan all week long. You're watching it throughout practice. You think you're going to have a chance to light up the scoreboard, but they're just not able to hook up. You got it.
And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line.
And the defense just gets their 4th sack of the day. And guess what? This offensive line, they gave up 4 last week, too. So you need some consistency up front. Make sure you protect that QB that can make those big plays for you.
At midfield, trying to turn it upfield. And the returner could find no daylight. He goes down. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. And maybe they want to try somewhere else because there is nothing doing in the middle of this defense.
Well, this is a defense that we know takes tons of pride in stopping the run. That's where it all starts and ends with them, and you saw a great effort on that last play.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. The sweet feet buy a little time. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at 3rd down. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. Off the bootleg, looking to fire. Fires to the wideout. He's open on the right. Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with a first down at the 31. And the Canes come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They want to run it left here. He has 89 yards on the ground, and just another day at the office for the national leader in rushing. Got 8 on first down, now looking at a 2nd and 2. Movement here from the tight end. Right back to him on the ground. Tackle is made after the first down.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? You've got to lead late. We're going to run the football, and the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
And I think this is important for this defense. This will be a big key in the football game. Like, I got to limit the damage from that guy. Because that's a QB that's dynamic, and he can make so many big plays. I got to string him out. I got to make him get to the sideline. But I will say this. I do want to hit him at the end of the runs. I don't want to let him out of bounds and let him get free carries. I want it to be physical.
And they bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and leading the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the game's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
Here comes the field goal unit as they'll try to get the 3. It's good. And now the lead is extended a little further.
And 3 more on the board, and this kicker is starting to get a reputation starting off the season. Hasn't missed yet. Nice to have a guy that you can really, really depend on.
He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot. You got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable, that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on their heels.
Catch in the middle, it's West. Few things on offense as reliable as a tough power back as he plows his way ahead to the 33. On 3rd and short, they'll try to throw for it. Caught near the sticks. It's West. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down. Fresh set of downs after the completion. They're going to throw it again. Quickly to the tight end. And that corner came in hot despite knowing that he was giving up some size. That last completion sets him up on 2nd down. Wants to throw. It's Glenn. Right down the middle. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop. To the air on 1st down. They're trying to get to it. And the defense will corral the quarterback, and down he goes at midfield. After the big 1st down sack, it's 2nd down. He's looking to throw. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. 7th play of the drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Fires one high and deep. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on. Down by multiple possessions, they can't come up empty on this drive in the 4th quarter. They'll go for it on 4th down. And it's incomplete way downfield, and the defense rises to the occasion. See if they can turn this drive into points. They've got it 1st and 10 at the 50. Use the play fake, now to throw. Caught in the backfield, it's Williams. Makes the catch, and he's brought down.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop. After the last run, would you just give it to him again on 3rd down? From the gun, wants to pass. Snares it outside, it's Martinez.
3rd down is money down. You got to find a way to execute and get the ball out and get it to your playmakers. That was the opposite of that. They got it to their playmakers, and they got absolutely nowhere. Lost yards on the play. 4th down now up.
Really nice job there by the punter on that one, getting a lot of hang time and allowing the gunners to get down the field so they could play it off the bounce, down it. Nice coffin corner kick.
He hits that hole. It opened up for him as he gets 6 and all the way out to the 9-yard line. And the Seminoles want to pick up the tempo. Back to throw, it's Glenn. Looking to the big tight end. Got him downfield. And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up.
Well, I'll give this offense some credit because they've got a lot of fight. There is no quit in them, and they're obviously trailing by a big amount in this game. They haven't had a lot of success, but they're still taking shots, and their players are still out there competing.
They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and we see miracles in college football all of the time, and they could use one here. And the Noles will snap it on 1st and 10. He's looking to throw it. Got a man. It's Brown. He's there to make the stop, but the damage has been done as they pick up the first down on the throw and catch. He wants to throw. He'll take the deep shot. Makes the catch. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Florida State.
Nice job by the offense going down the field, putting points on the board, but you're still down a couple possessions. Still need some good things to happen. You need your kicker to go over and get warmed up. We need an onside. We need to score some points. We need a lot of things to go right to win this football game.
Quick timeout by the defense here, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. They are running out of time here. They need to get the ball back. They'll line up for the onside kick. That's why they call them the hands team. They're able to secure the onside kick. Linebackers trying to create some confusion. Great spot to start this drive for the offense. The give as they work on that clock. Across the 25, he's got room. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Hurricane. That lead a little more comfortable now as they close in on extending this winning streak. These guys looking to put the finishing touches on this game with that score.
Yeah, and I think you feel confident that ends it, right? Late in the game, it would take a miracle for the defense to get back in it. That miracle is no longer coming now.
And now they'll try to get the 2-point conversion, guys. Quickly complete. He's going to be stopped short of the goal line. The 2-point attempt is no good as they are unable to extend the lead.
38, Florida State, 19.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
Set to kick off.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. This has been a really disappointing performance, David. No question about that, but they can find some positives.
Yeah, and every time you watch the tape, Jesse, coaches are pointing out, look at this. This was open if we just ran the details to the right route, hung on to the football. Little things can make a big difference.
Yeah, that's why they call it a game of inches, David. But I'll say this, if you're on offense, don't go on social media this week. It ain't going to be pretty after this performance. You've got to lock in. You've got to take the week of practice very seriously and find those positives that you can build off, David, that you're talking about.
Going up top on 1st down. Got it in the middle. It's Williams. Brought down at the 25-yard line. Give him 15 yards on the pickup, and this offense is threatening. The aerial assault continues. Finds his man. It's Williams. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Quarterback wants to throw on 2nd down. It's caught. The offense gets a quick timeout at this point. Every second is precious. It's 1st and 10 from the 13. They're looking to pass from the red zone. He wants it all. And he can't find his man as he was trying to pay off this red zone opportunity.
Well, they take a shot down the field. It's another incompletion. It's really been that kind of story. This defense has made this guy earn it every single play. Really small windows to throw into. One touchdown pass. That's a little bit surprising. You thought maybe they'd have more in this game.
Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set. On 3rd and short, they'll try to pick it up with the pass. Touchdown Seminole! And they made it to the house when they found that 6 points waiting on them.
And a nice touchdown, continuing to fight, continuing to play. This one, it's pretty much over. Down multiple possessions this late in the football game. It would take a miracle, but nice job by this offense continuing to fight, push the ball down the field, make plays.
The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. They're definitely up against it. Time running out, down 2 possessions. They'll try the onside kick.
Yeah, and this is why you put your hands team on the field most of the time. When you know it's coming, and you put those guys that are great catchers of the football. The first guys, what do? They go block. They go blow somebody up. The next guys catch the football, secure it, get your butt on the ground. And most of the time when you do this, the ball game is over.
It's really easy to get caught up in the emotion of a rivalry game. We did, and certainly this was a huge win.
Yeah, and you started, you circled it, you were ready for this team. This is the rivalry you put a lot of stock in all offseason. You're talking about this game in particular. You go out and get the dub. It's a relief because you definitely wanted this team.
And it's bragging rights for everybody, for the coaching staff, for the fans, but how about for the players as well? For another 365 days, you can talk about how you went out, you dominated, and you beat your rival. A lot of these guys are going to go on to the NFL. They'll be in locker rooms next year.